A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, Mid-HudsonNews.com. It's Thursday, July 1st. Police are investigating a fatal shooting in the village of Ellenville. It occurred Tuesday night near Berm Road Park. The victim, who had been shot several times, was identified by police as 39-year-old Gerald Keith Richardson of Ellenville. The initial call to police came in around 11 p.m. on Tuesday. It was for a hit-and-run car accident, but when officers arrived at the scene, they found Richardson in the roadway unresponsive and bleeding. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Darren Wilson knew him since he was a child. He said the situation is sickening to him. Multiple lives are hurt by this, he said. Ellenville police are being assisted by the Ulster County Sheriff's and District Attorney's offices and state police. The former Bennett College in Millbrook shut its doors in 1978, and the Thorne Building in the village was a public school from 1893 to 1960. There are now plans in the works to combine the two into one project, noted spokesman Charles Pierce.
If we join the Thorne Building project with a part to transform the Bennett property into a public park for the benefit of anyone who came to the village or to the town of Washington or from anywhere else. And that has been the concern during the last year or so.
The new 32-acre Bennett Park project calls for the renovation and restoration of the Thorne Building and the safe demolition of the old college buildings and refashioning the campus into a green gateway to the village with landscape parks and walking and biking trails. The U.S. Military Academy at West Point welcomed more than 1,200 cadet candidates to the class of 2025 this week on their annual R-Day. R-Day, or Reception Day, marks the introduction of new cadets to military life and begins their basic training with issuing of gear, uniforms, their first marching training, physical evaluations, and haircut. This year, cadets were selected out of a pool of about 14,000. Cadet Basic Training Commander, class of 2022's Donovan Hinton, relayed what is most important for the new cadets, called plebes, to know upon entering the academy.
If I was to give one piece of advice, I would say it's to have a growth mindset. You will have many challenges that come your way at the academy, but it's okay to fail. The main thing to understand is whether it's academic, physical, military, or social, to have the idea that you want to be better than when you started yesterday. But also to have the idea that it should be fun, because competition, it's there and it's very prevalent. But when you're trying to influence others to do the same as you, that's what's going to inspire you to stay along the way.
Hinton added that encouragement of upperclassmen can be crucial for new cadets. A 22-year-old Pearling man pled guilty in Ulster County Court to forcible rape. Austin Hollister was arrested by Saugerties police in August 2020 for the forcible rape of a 66-year-old woman at the Wenton Motel. Neighbors heard the woman's cry for help and came to her rescue. When sentenced in September, he faces between 5 and 25 years in state prison. The case was investigated by detectives and officers of Saugerties Police. Legislation introduced by State Senator Pete Harcum and Assemblyman Thomas Abenanti that will allow students in individualized education plans to continue receiving their special education services was signed into law. The bill is focused on students with unique needs and abilities who would have turned 21 during the 2019-20 and 2020-21 school years and did not receive their individualized education plan because of the coronavirus pandemic. Acting New York State Bridge Authority Executive Director Tara Sullivan will step down from her post when she retires on July 15th. She was appointed by the Board of Commissioners of the authority in February 2019, serving as the Chief Operating and Executive Officer of the Hudson Valley-based transportation agency that operates 5 vehicle bridges and the walkway over the Hudson. Those crossings include the Rip Van Winkle, Kingston Rhinecliff, Mid-Hudson, Newburgh Beacon, and Bear Mountain. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com.